Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to Romhack Races. There is a lot to be excited about tonight. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Whoops, sorry, I accidentally clicked on my own OBS and opened it, and now I can't see anything. But I hope that you're all here, even though I can't see you. I believe that you're here and ready to rock out with us. This is week 192. And that's a long time, yo. We got AmazingChest, our maker tonight, the level Unbox. Length of longest section rated by our testers 4 out of 10. Hardest trick to brain 5 out of 10. Hardest trick to execute 5 out of 10 also. So I actually got a chance to play this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the racers are going to like this. We're going to see a challenge, I want to say, of consistency. It's always consistency in one-shots here, but I think consistency with some of these tough brain obstacles is going to win the day. Real quick, while we get started, we got about 2 minutes before we're ready to go. This is Romhack Races. If you've never seen it before, we race never before seen Super Mario World Kaizo levels every Saturday, and you can always check it out here. We have a website. You can go to it. It's romhackraces.com. And if you want to check out this level that you're seeing right now or any of the other levels, if you want to check the leaderboard, exclamation leaderboard in chat, and all that fun stuff is there. And speaking of the leaderboard, low-key tonight. No commentary curse or anything, but I do need to point out, low-key, I'm not sure if they've signed up. I don't know how many racers we have tonight. Louis Duce working on the 6 in a row tonight. If Louis gets the win tonight, it would be 6 in a row, and it would tie the all-time Romhack Races record, which is right now held by Nexus. And a 7 in a row next week would break it. So, you know, I would be impartial. Good luck to everybody. We're here to cheer everybody on, but I do want to let you know that there's a whole lot of pressure, and we all gotta be real careful. What else I want to say? Testers tonight. Sojo, Darkenine, SQL Infection, thank you so much for testing. Scouts and Mods, Darkenine, Kelgan, Starlord, Cherry V are helping us out. Of course, D to the 4th helping us out with the website and the leaderboard. And Dr. No running the restream very smoothly so everybody can get all these nice shots and clips. There are other racers, if you're not familiar with how we do things, there are other racers other than these 4. We have scouts who let us know who's in the lead, who's making progress, who's likely to get a checkpoint soon. And we try to rotate everybody in. So hopefully the result will be that you get to see all the clears from everybody, and we all get to have a good time. So get comfy, hang out, and we're going to be ready to start pretty soon. There are 19 tonight. Thank you, Doc. Yeah, with a whole minute to go, there could be more signups even. 19 tonight. We're starting with You Fail Me in the upper left, Halcyon in the upper right, RB Pimlico in the lower left, and B2DE81 in the lower right. Quick reminder before we even get started, if you like what you see, go and follow the racers. There's a lot of really fantastic players out there who would love to get some follows and make some new friends on Twitch. So, you know, we're here on Romhack Races. Follow our channel too, by the way, you know, But once you're done doing that, go and hit up the racers and, you know, hang out here with us. Get comfy. Put some hype in chat. We have some fantastic Romhack Race emotes if you want to show some hype. And I don't know, I'm just glad you're all here. This is 192. Sometimes it just doesn't get updated. But yeah, this is 192. We just kind of use the same layout and recycle it. And I'm Glitch Cat, by the way. If we haven't met, I'll be bringing you the play-by-play tonight. I did get a time on this level, sight unseen, but I'll tell you about it later. We'll see. I don't want to influence the race here. So Unbox, let's go. AmazingChest, the maker, You Fail Me, Halcyon, RB Pimlico, B2 starting us out. And let's unbox some fun. All right. So, have you learned the gimmick? You Fail Me, Halcyon have definitely picked it up. And it looks like RB Pimlico, B2 have got it. The green block is like a grab block, except for instead of picking up a grab block, you get a shell. Because the shell is written on the block. So we're going to have to do some block grab jumps, but the racers are probably going to quickly notice that these particular block jumps, which is something that's a little bit hard to see visually, these are a little bit easier and a little bit more lenient than regular Super Mario block jumps. I'll explain that in a sec. First thing, shell jump up and over the wall, and then getting P-speed. Halcyon in the upper right definitely has a hang of it. When you slide down a slope, I mistakenly said P-speed, it's actually slope speed. And Mario sliding on his butt is the fastest type of speed you can get. and they're going to need to neutral on the D-pad after leaving the slope in order to maintain enough momentum to get across the gap. 2 bounces and a regrab on those 2 green Koopas, and then a shell jump still while neutraling the D-pad. It's counterintuitive, but neutraling after a slope is the fastest way to travel. You're not, if you press right, now the game says, oh, you're moving right, and it slows you down. Check out Halcyon in the upper right, making some progress, getting through that shell jump. Osu, too, thank you so much for all the hard work that you do for us, Romhack Races. Thank you for the sub and support. You're a really valued member of our team, and I really, really appreciate it. Personally, I think I speak for everybody, but personally, thank you very much, Osu. You've been a really solid friend for a number of years. Thank you so much. Keep your eyes on Halcyon here in the upper right. This is a level. Here goes, you fail me. All right. This is a level of consistency. And I can say that because sometimes I've played the levels ahead of time, sometimes I haven't. This time I did. This is definitely going to be a level of consistency. Halcyon getting into kind of a trickier part now. There are, you fail me as well. We got some kicking Koopas, and we got a big 1F0 down there. That's a tile that will cause sprites to enter an infinite state of falling and just slide along. I'm sure most of you know that. This is for those that don't. Please feel free to ask questions, by the way, if you want to learn about something. There's not a dumb question. This isn't like just for Kaizo fans. This is to help you all out and learn some things too. But watching out for the green shell blocks, and yeah, the 1F0 tile down there, that white line, will cause sprites to slide. And going to be some brain action coming up in this next section. RB Pimlico making it there as well. And here's where 2 things. I mean, 1, the racers are going to have to kind of figure out how to arrange these shells and these blocks in such a way to get through. And 2, the racers are going to need consistency just to get to that part over and over again. Right now, we're grappling with an unknown, right? We don't know. Louis Duce in the lower right, though, might have some ideas. Halcyon looks like they're picking it up, too. This is fast. RB Pimlico thinking about it, yeah, on the pause screen. But so the racers need to be consistent in order to get back to this part. And this is where it's kind of a 2-prong sort of thing in a race. Louis Duce with a play. Wow. You have to be consistent enough to get tries, and you have to be brainy enough to make those tries count. And that's where, it can really kind of come together in a race, or racers might get absolutely stumped by something. Keep your eyes on Louis Duce, Halcyon, you fail me in the upper left. Kind of thinking about it. These are all good strats. But Louis Duce looks like they have the right play here. The white arrow indicating where to throw the shell forward. And sometimes that can be really helpful for like a long, call them like a long jump kind of shell jumps, or situations where you could throw the shell at any moment. And the indication here trying to kind of help you out and show you what you need to do. Louis Duce getting through, and we're going to learn something about kicking Koopas. So you see them, those little naked little kicking Koopas kind of walking around. They like to kick shells, as their name would imply. They can kick other things too, but definitely shells. And yeah, if you throw the shell to a Koopa, right, and the Koopa kind of catches it with its face. Here goes RB Pimlico, got the idea, lower left. But if the Koopa kind of catches the shell with its face, it won't actually destroy the Koopa. It will absorb the impact and then re-kick the shell. That's their job. That's what they do. They get paid well. They have a good union. And so in so doing, you can transport the kicking Koopa. You can move it. And so by throwing the shell at the first arrow there, you're sliding the kicking Koopa off that 1F0 and setting it up to kick the shell in a new location. And otherwise, you would not be able to do that. The only way is to move the Koopa. RB Pimlico, yeah, versus Louis Duce right now. And Louis is a dangerously consistent player and is, I don't know, probably going to make short work of this. We'll see. There is definitely a race going on here, though. Halcyon has the right idea. Now, one thing to keep in mind, Halcyon, oof, yeah, all the way to the end. So Halcyon has the knowledge. And there's that moon up there just for fun. But one thing to keep in mind is that before the player grabs the green block, it acts like a solid object, right? So shells will bounce off of it, things will happen. It is solid until you pick it up. And that is kind of important because the shells are using it as a backboard to rebound off of, right? If there's nothing there, it's not going to bounce. So by waiting to pick up the block until after the shell has bounced off of it, RB Pimlico, look out. Bottom part of your screen is getting spicy right now. But yeah, by waiting until the shell is bounced, then you're using that as a blocker. So it's a trick of timing that's going on as well as everything else. They don't want to pick it up too soon, and if they wait to pick it up too late, the shell is obviously not going to be there for them to bounce on later. Keep your eyes on RB and Louis. Louis on a pretty good read right now. Oof, on a pretty good read. Now, there's one other thing that I want to mention that I think the players have probably figured out by now. We could wait on that a second because I bet we're going to see some hot plays coming pretty soon. But normally, if you have a grab block, you can press Y or X, the grab button, to pick it up, right? And if you are to press grab and jump on the exact same frame, 2 buttons, same frame, you will rise in your jump while holding the block. It's as though you're standing on it and you jump off of it while simultaneously picking it up from below yourself. And now you're in a jump. It's called a block jump or a grab block jump. They get used all over the place. This level makes them a little bit easier in that, oh my word, Louis Duce making it look easy, but Revelug though, Revelug already on the second section, so Louis not in the lead right now. This level makes grab block jumps a little bit easier. You don't have to press the button at the same frame. You just have to be holding grab and jump on the block. So it just feeds it up into your hand. It's just an easier block jump grab. And we're on to section 2. So what do we got? Yo, I think this is where this level really kind of gets pretty wild. RB Pimlico making it to the checkpoint as well. It's Revelug in the lead right now. Louis and RB not far behind. Second section, Goombas. I almost forgot what those little friends were called. Goombas. Picking up the Goombas and using them to clear the way from the rocks. Revelug making big progress right now. There's saws to spin on. And yeah, Revelug getting to the Yoshi and the Moon. So this is big knowledge. Revelug right now in the absolute best position. They know what is coming up, and they're just going to have to figure out how to use that. So same thing here. All you have to do is be standing on the Goomba block, holding grab, and then jump. And you will automatically just rise up with a fresh Goomba in your hand. This is a really cool custom thing from AmazingChest, our maker tonight. Very cool. I think this is the first time I've seen these kind of grab block item things, but I really hope to see more of them in future Kaizo hacks. They are Galoombas. That is true. That is true. They are Galoombas. Technically speaking, that is true. Yes, if you hit run while you're on the block, you will not grab it. You'll just stand there as though it were solid ground. If you are holding run and jump, at that point you will rise with the block. It's a little bit tough to see that happening, which is one of the reasons why I played the level ahead of time so I could properly comment on how this all goes on. So it's a little bit it's a little bit easier than your standard block jump, but at the same time it's a little bit different, so it's something that the racers are kind of having to get used to. The circle friendos. You know the circle friendos started out square and then they come to life. Pretty hip. Halcyon looking for that first checkpoint. Revelug, RB, and Louis Duce making their way through. Need to, Louis, okay, getting some progress. So Goombas knock out rocks. You probably assumed that by now. You can either throw the Goomba at the rock or you can be holding the Goomba and just kind of bop it into the rock. And look out for Revelug in the upper left. Oh my gosh, the swag. Let's go. Now that was amazing. Let's heckin' go. Revelug onto the third section and getting the Moon. I think that's a 2 or 3 frame jump to jump off of Yoshi without actually dropping Yoshi through the 1F0. Revelug on a tear right now. Not letting Louis Duce have this 6 in a row. So now we've got springs. Springs are the thing that the blocks will make. And we're introducing something else that's pretty cool here. Revelug is learning the outlined blocks. They're like a Kaizo block. You hit them from below, and then when they exist, they are now the grabbable spring block, which I think is, so cool. I really, really, really like this whole concept here. And I would say I really hope to see more of this from hacks in the future. AmazingChest, a great job. Louis Duce nigh on the second checkpoint. And yeah, Revelug just kind of smashing through right now. What a quick read. I'm very impressed with this. Revelug, keep your eyes on the upper left. Yeah, this is just massive progress. Springs can be a little bit strange in SMW, and we could talk a little bit more about that after Halcyon's done getting the checkpoint. Nice job. So it's not over. It's not over yet. Yeah, can't spell Halcyon without H. It's not over, and Louis Duce is trying to make it 2 for 2 on the third section. But Springs in SMW, I'll put it this way. You know, Super Mario World is a fun game designed for players of all ages, for mom and dad and all the kids to sit around on Christmas Day and, like, try to beat Iggy's castle, you know? And so as such, the developers, in their infinite wisdom, just made it so that springs work best if you pick them up and then just take them somewhere else and set them on the ground and jump on them, right? Because that's the easiest and most obvious way to use them. And that's all well and good for mom and dad and the kids on Christmas morning, right? When we try to use them in Kaizo situations, we encounter, you could call it jank, I wouldn't necessarily, but we encounter some weird properties. Springs eat your momentum, which is a weird way to say it, but if you're holding a spring and you throw it forward, and Mario has forward momentum, sometimes Mario just doesn't have forward momentum anymore. So throwing springs in motion is a careful trick, and sometimes dropping them or throwing the spring forward at the right time is key. But Revelug seems to know this. Watch the upper left. Here they go for the read. Ooh! Nice try. Nice try. Revelug still in a huge lead right now. And yeah, real tough trick at the end. Needs to kind of throw the final one backwards. Halcyon, RB, Louis Duce, Jank Pickle off stream also working on the second section. But yeah, so that's why sometimes Revelug's tosses might seem kind of awkward, or like that one, like where he died there. Where they died there. That's an honest mistake to make with springs, and it seems like, oh, the player's just bad at throwing. Like, no, actually, springs are bad at being thrown. That's a better way to put it. Because again, they're not really designed for what we're using them for in Kaizo. So simply just working with springs in the first place is weird. You won't see this with shells or keys. When you throw a shell forward, it just goes forward, and Mario's momentum isn't affected. But springs kind of grab Mario, and they make you kind of stick to the spring and then bounce up. It's the game trying to be fair to casual players and help them. And in Kaizo, we have to kind of get around that. Louis! I mean, good try. I mean, yeah. You know, it's respectable. I appreciate it. I like it. It's respectable. You know, it's one of those things. Could happen to us all. It's a respectable attempt. Gives Revelug some time, though. Revelug, here we go. Left-hand side with another read. No. Moon obtained, you know. Got the moon. Moon obtained. You know, the true secret way to beat the level is to get all the moons. We're not going to tell you that till the end. It's like Ghouls and Ghosts or whatever. You have to beat the level, and then you have to figure out, oh, you needed all the moons, and then go back to the beginning and do it again. You will never get out of my challenge. Revelug, though, trying to get out of the challenge. No moon. Louis Duce with the checkpoint. That's that trademark Louis Duce consistency. And Revelug, hey, you know better than to grab orbs above pits. Go, it's an orb block. Oh, watch out. Oh, they might be orb blocked. Revelug all alone on the final section. Louis Duce, though. Now, this could be an upset. So, Louis Duce. Oh, my word. It's Revelug. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Revelug's. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Revelug finding the real secret ending. Turns out that the real orb was over there the whole time. Nicely done. That was a very sharp clear. Really, really good job. Sub 20 from Revelug. That's a very strong play. I'm really impressed with that. GG Revelug, and unfortunately, that does break the streak for Louis Douce. Louis was working on the 6 in a row tonight, and Revelug got it out from under him. So, long live Revelug. A new reign has begun. If you want to check this level out for yourself, if you're inspired by that amazing clear, romhackraces.com, go and see us over there, and you can download this patch or any of the other patches. Try this out for yourself, patch it up, try them on stream. They're fun, and yeah, it's a good time. You got good ROM hacks playing good ROM hack players. ROM hack players have a good ROM hack time. It's just that simple. You know, John Madden told us all about it. RB Pimlico making it to the 3rd section. Louis Douce in the lower right. RB Pimlico in the lower left. Revelug, too. Thank you for the raid. Good job. That was a really splendid clear tonight. I'll tell you what, Revelug, you absolutely smashed my time. Absolutely smashed my time. I might have tested this too early in the morning. I had a pretty rough run on the 1st section of this. Absolutely smashed my time. Good job. And that's a win. That is a win. GG Revelug. Remember, follow the racers, yo. Follow the racers. That's twitch.tv/Revelug. That's a great free prize we can give to all the runners. There's a lot of fine Kaizo players out there. Go and say hey. Boom! That's a ROM hack level. We're looking for a 2nd place right now. There is plenty more fun to be had. RB Pimlico, Louis Douce in the bottom on the 2nd section, Jank Pickle and Halcyon. RB Pimlico, Louis Douce, bottom part of your screen, 3rd section. Jank Pickle, Halcyon, top half, 2nd section. I'm getting the hang of this. The more I watch old-timey baseball announcers, the more I'm like, wow, they're really quick at saying all this. Muzzle working on the 3rd section too. Excellent. Oh, that sign-up percent. That's a solid win, honestly, Revelog. GG. I'm impressed with that. I was going to guess maybe 25 for a clear tonight, but I was not. That was not right. So if y'all have questions or anything, please feel free to ask. It's not a stupid question if you want to learn about Kaizo. That's a smart question. Any of them at all. Just for what it's worth, I'm trying to kind of give you play-by-play and tell you how all this works, but if there's something I haven't covered, let me know. I really do like the introduction of the object blocks, I guess you could call them, like sprite grab blocks. And I think it's kind of cool that they're easier to pick up for the race. Like, you just have to be holding Y and jump. But I do think it would be kind of cool to just make them act like regular grab blocks too for maybe a Kaizo, like a more non-race kind of Kaizo level. I hope to see more of these in hacks. A grab block that just gives you whatever sprite. Very cool. Very cool idea. AmazingChest. Our maker tonight. Muzzle here up on the 3rd section. We got him. We got Muzzle on 3rd section. Hey, all right. And RB Pimlico, Louis Douce, still looking for 2nd place. H for Jazzman. H for You Fail Me. Jank Pickle needs to pick it up here. Like a tub of Legos. Pick them up. Oh, Revelog, don't cop to getting the unintentional moon. Here goes RB Pimlico, lower left. Oh! Oh no, Louis Douce, lower right, with a chance at it, buddy. Yeah. Well. Welp. You know what? Kaizo is nothing if not self-expressive. If we are not allowed to express ourselves with our gameplay and our level design, what do we have really? You know, just another model kit. Louis Douce with the trademark Louis Douce consistency back again. I want to see RB Pimlico get it on the same run. Louis, come on now. Square orbs. That's right. It goes in the square orb. Oh, yo, RB Pimlico. Let's go. Oh, this could be the upset. Louis, no, it's Louis Douce. Wow, what a tight win. I do really like the Send Goal troll very much. That is splendid. GG, Louis. That's a strong second place. RB Pimlico about to pick it off for third. But yeah, that's super funny. When I played this one before the stream today, I got there and I died to that orb troll just like everybody else. And I think it's a really funny troll because it's like, what did you think would happen? Like, you see the whole thing. It's just like a thing that says don't press this button, and then you press it. Like, what did you think would happen? There's always some funny stuff, you know, in Kaizo, or maybe something unexpected, something will fall down, and you're thinking about all these like cosmic brain things that could happen, like the mathematics zoom kind of happening around your head, right? But nothing happens. It just is exactly what it looks like. And that's really funny to me. Halcyon and Muzzle now looking for fourth. Yo, Muzzle, clean pipe entry. Muzzle in the upper right, gonna learn about squorbs. Is this a squorb? Everybody does it. Everybody does it. It's so funny. We are all very alike. We really are. Kaizo players have more in common than you might think. Muzzle, nicely done. Halcyon looking for the win in the upper left. Right? What did I expect? What? Was something gonna fall down and save me? Was it just like not gonna be an orb? Was the ground gonna be transparent but actually solid? Did I have to make the jump and land over there? Like, there's so many questions when you first encounter something like that. You know, there's just so many possibilities. But I like when it's just, what did you think? Halcyon looking for the win. We got Jazzman, You Fail Me, Jank Pickle. Second section all around. Right? It's almost like you have to try it. It's like there's wet paint. So you have to poke it just to see, like, oh, the paint is wet. Like, I would like to touch some wet paint. Like, yes, I would. Ah, now there's paint in my hands. What have I done? Instant finding out. Here goes Halcyon. Never mind. This is a really cool level, man. GG, AmazingChest. Want to shout them out again tonight. They are our maker and did a really splendid job with this. So if you want to get this patch, it's on the site. Oh man, this is a fun level, dude. Really enjoy this. Damn, I'm gonna tell you what. When I tested this, I tested this level before the race, and I think it was kind of early in the morning. I was playing poorly today because I wouldn't have even got podium this week had I been racing. Oh, yo, yeah, 4 yumps for Yoshi and the duality of Mario, both quality hacks, and it's right there on smwcentral.net. It's smwcentral.net. It can be a little tricky to get used to, because I was trying to actually do block jump grabs for all the stuff before I realized that you didn't actually have to do that. So it actually, on the one hand, this kind of a mechanic, I think it is a good thing, right? That it's similar to the cape delay float that gets removed sometimes. It is essentially a helpful thing that makes the game a little smoother for Kaizo experiences and the types of levels that we want to build. On the other hand, if you're familiar with the older, jankier, more difficult way, it can be a little bit tougher to just adapt to something new. That was a challenge that I had in particular when I played this, and it can be a reason why, like, racers might make a mistake that just kind of seems silly, right? Is like, even though it's easier, it's just different, and just by virtue of surely being different, it can kind of mess them up a little bit, or take a couple of attempts to figure out like how to actually flow with this. H for Germ Dove. Yo, moving on to the second section. I want to highlight a particular trick at the end of this section. So you're watching, maybe You Fail Me has gotten there. You Fail Me in the upper left. I think everybody's been to the Yoshi feed, but this whole second section with the Goombas wraps up at a Yoshi feeding obstacle. Normally, as you know, feed baby Yoshi 5 sprites, berries, Goombas, rocks, anything, pretty much anything that moves. You can feed Yoshi a surprising amount of things. But 5 objects and Yoshi will grow up into Big Yoshi, where you can then ride and bail off and kick him to the curb, whatever you want to do. But you'll notice that there are only 3 Goomba blocks at that section. What do? Well, you use a glitch that is a property of the vanilla game, the double eat. It's strange. Yoshi is very strange in general. If you're wondering why weird things happen, it's probably just something weird with Yoshi. Yoshi's mouth is a strange black hole sort of nexus. And if Yoshi eats objects quickly, right? If Yoshi eats them in rapid sequence, I don't exactly know what the amount of frames for the delay is. But if Yoshi eats objects quickly, they will count for double. So if you feed Yoshi 2 objects in rapid sequence, you get credit for eating 3. And so thus you can grow up a baby Yoshi into a big Yoshi with only 3 sprites instead of actually 5. So the goal there is not only just to throw the sprite, the Goomba blocks, over to feed Yoshi, but to do that fast enough that 2 of them count for double eats. It's a strange property of Yoshi. It's used in actually a lot of puzzle hacks. It can be used in. I see it used more in stuff like breaking SMW or some of the kind of item abuse puzzle hacks. Yoshi factors in a lot to puzzles because of the absolute wormhole of bizarre properties that Yoshi is capable of creating. But yeah, that's what's going on in this section. So if you see them throw all 3 things successfully and then Yoshi doesn't grow up and you wonder why is that happening, that's why. They didn't throw them fast enough. And keep in mind, too, the racers actually have to learn that, right? They might not just immediately look at that and say, oh, I just have to throw them fast. It's a double eat obstacle. You know, it might take them a few rounds of just trying that in the first place to even get it. Look out, Halcyon! No! Got the moon, though. So I hope you all like our unboxing video. Halcyon right at the end. No more moons to get. Easy up pipe. Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that's so good. It took 2 tries. All right, very good. Oh, suspicion. You love to see it. Oh yeah, GG. Jank Pickle, You Fail Me, Nathan MG, working on the second section. But yeah, if this level, that's true, Revelug, I just saw that. If this level were all 1-frame jumps, it would be kind of miserable. It's a chance to talk about kind of 1-frame tricks aren't created equally. A grab block, oh, You Fail Me, they got the Yoshi groan. A grab block jump is not the same type of 1-frame trick as a yump, for example. And I'm sure many of you already know this. This is more for the benefit of those that don't. With a block jump grab, you are pressing the jump and the grab button on the same frame. What frame is that? It doesn't matter. There's no particular frame it has to be on. You just have to do it at the same time. And while that is difficult, there is no timing window, right? It's just a sort of a physical thing. You just have to get your fingers to do that at the same time, right? Just push down 2 buttons at once. It's literally that, it's literally that easy. Just press 2 buttons at exactly the same time, and then you do it. Yeah, I mean, it's a little easier said than done, but it is that easy. The difference between that and other one-frame tricks is that the one frame is not referring to a specific frame, right? You need to press down 2 buttons in one frame on any frame you want, but swap that for press down 1 button on exactly one specific frame. Hitting one specific frame is harder than hitting any frame, and that's sort of the difference between like different frame precise tricks. There's other sort of things like, imagine you had like a setup for a wall clip, right? Where you were guaranteed to clip the wall. Now you don't have to time it anymore. Now you just have to time the input. So just think about, I don't know, all frame perfect tricks aren't necessarily created equally. Yeah, a lot of bad bumps at the Yoshi here. Getting into this pipe is gonna make give somebody a chance to kind of break away. Mango with the H, B2 with the H, so we got 2 more off stream. Offhand, yeah, that moon at the end of that. Oh, you fail me. Nicely done. Does anybody know offhand what the frame window for that is? So that Yoshi bail-off thing is something that I really like, actually. It's a weird thing about... I'm going to hear me say this a lot. It's a weird thing about Yoshi. Yoshi, you can jump off his back, right? As we know. If Yoshi is on a 1F0 by himself, without Mario riding, Yoshi will sit comfortably on that 1F0. He's just a sprite, and he won't fall through. The 1F0 holds sprites up. As soon as Mario lands on Yoshi, now Yoshi Mario will fall through the 1F0 and it will no longer act like a barrier. But if Mario bails off Yoshi within a certain amount of frames of landing on Yoshi, it won't actually count as riding Yoshi. You'll just launch off his back again, and Yoshi will stay up on whatever 1F0 that he's stuck to without falling, even though Mario got on his back. Does anybody know, because I don't, what the frame window required for that is? Do we have any tech heads in chat? I would really be curious to know that. Nathan, MG, doesn't need to learn nothing. They're graduating. Done. Out of here. It's Nathan and You Fail Me on the 3rd section. Jank Pickle, Germdove trying for it. They're close. Galoom block. I love that. Nathan. Oh, yeah, Nathan. Yeah, right. Nathan on the checkpoint. I saw that. That was the thing that happened. I was there. You saw it too. I think the 2nd section is the most difficult of the 3. IMO. That Yoshi at the end is pretty killer. Jazzman 287 though, no problems here. It's Jazzman, You Fail Me, Jank Pickle. Or I'm sorry, Jazzman, You Fail Me, Nathan. Jank Pickle working on the checkpoint. Yo, I got an exciting announcement. I've just been handed an urgent bulletin. As you know, there's a lot of fun stuff going on this summer. Some games done quick, as it were, and they're done quick during the summer, thus making them summer games done quick. And at the 1 hour mark, that's half an hour from now, we're gonna show you something special if you haven't seen that already. I thought that was sooner than it was. We got a minute, so if you didn't get to see it at first, if you weren't here at the beginning, that's okay. We got your back. Jank Pickle, H. Nice. 4 for 4 on the 3rd section. Jazzman, Nathan MG, You Fail Me, and Jank Pickle. This is my favorite section, personally. I think the spring grab blocks are so cool, and I really like the making them Kaizos. You'd think it's kind of useless. It's like, it doesn't add much, but it's really neat because you have to first activate the block from below by hitting it, and then you actually have to go above it. You fail me getting all the way above. Jay, they snuck in so quick, I didn't even see that. Did they even fall for the troll orb? Wait, I don't think they fell for the troll orb. You fail me. Not failing me at all here. Jeez, way to break tradition. I'm gonna give 200 cool points every butt you fail me. Nah, just kidding. They get the cool points. Man, I like people dying on the troll orb box. It's fun. It's cool. Man, come on. Why you gotta be so smart? Yeah, it was a fun puzzle. Jeez, come on. Can't you take a joke? Alright, it's all good. That was great. We got Jazzman, Nathan MG, Germ Dove, Jank Pickle. Oh, Jank Pickle close. Yo, so how are y'all doing tonight? Like, good? Not, comfy? Sleepy? Bashful? Dopey? Sneezy? I don't know. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for hanging out on Romhack Races. Thanks for making it a little part of your Saturday. Doc, of course. Perfect. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely perfect. Nathan, look out. Oh, Nathan, ignoring the moon. No moon for you. Ah, good. All right, GG. Yeah, Nathan, getting the true ending of being fooled by the Kaizo block. You know, only true gamers. I'm just kidding. That's good. GG. Yo, Earthmelon, thank you so much for the resub. Really appreciate that. All your subs and bits go right back to the Romhack Races community so we can keep making these kinds of things happen, keep the website up and running, and get some cool art and emotes and commissions and stuff from friends in our community. Thank you. Oh, it's Dr. No, current high score holder on Fishtails. Yeah, I saw that. If y'all like playing pinball, I'm having a little side pinball tournament over at my place. Dr. No, ripping everybody up with that 111 million. Ugh. It could be, it's still anybody's game. It's just still anybody's game right now. No, honestly, it's easy enough to think that what is required here is to make some kind of jump that would save yourself. It's honestly easy enough to think that. We understand looking from our perspective what you actually do. But not knowing this, yeah, it's easy enough to think, okay, there's some way that I make a jump and then I actually land somehow. That's easy enough trick to get caught in. Plus, I mean, running unopposed right now, Nathan's got some time to work this through. Ah ha ha, there's an idea. Yeah, that landing, that ground on the right is more than just something to land on. And there we go. Didn't cause an upset. Coming out on top, Nathan MG, a solid play. Hey, it's just racking up orb high score. You know, if you can get 12 orbs, that lights the super secret Galumba block multi-ball, where all the jackpots are based on the number of Marios you died while you're playing. It's big points, you know. It's the tournament strat, as far as I know. B2DE in the upper right. Jazzman, Germdove, Jank Pickle. A quality crew. Oh, Jazzman. It's Squarb time. You know, it makes me think somehow that I wonder what we could do with, like, I don't know. This idea is not fully fleshed out, but like something like you can use the orb glitch to put an orb in your message box. I wonder if we could, like, do something like that, where, like, you have the orb in your message box or in your item reserve box, but you can't grab it until a certain point. So you have to, like, keep doing, like, item juggling. You know that one part in Titan Mario where Orca has you, like, juggle a fire flower into cape with the select button? I wonder if you could do something like that with the orb. Nathan, yo, thank you for the raid. I really, really, really appreciate it. I mean, I do. We all do. Good race. Thank you. How's it going? I mean, Kaizo, you know, Kaizo creates those kind of moments. I think sometimes if you don't have a funny moment where you're like, oh, geez, I can't believe I did that, then are you really playing Kaizo? Jank Pickle, really playing Kaizo. Not to be fooled. Could have just taken one for the team. There's one consolation orb death. GG Jank Pickle, sub hour, well done. Now it's Mangort, B2, Germdove. Oh, B2. At least they went down together. Proto Pizza joins us in the lower right. Oh, B2. Getting the 3 Goombas fed to the Yoshi, but not quickly enough. It's tough. It's tough to identify that is what needs done, especially with a lot of the other things that are going on in that moment. I mean, you're avoiding a saw, and there's going to be a rock that falls down. That's something we haven't really mentioned so far, but have you noticed the little off-screen sprite indicators? That's a thing that was added to the Romhack Race base ROM by Ampersand. Really appreciate their work on this. I mean, they indicate that there's a sprite off screen, and in this case, that there's a rock that's going to fall on your head. So it's putting pressure on the racers to move a little bit more quickly, and it makes it so that they can't just hang out in one spot for too long. That they pretty much have to get there, do what is required of them, and then get out of town before the rock hits. Germdove, looks like they've got a pretty good strat for the Yoshi feed. Consistency will get them out of here quickly. Oh, I like that too from Germdove. They missed the jump on the first pass, so they actually tried to ride the saw around again. That's cool. Wow, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for that 4.5 base ROM. I think I'm going to go get that right now. Where can we find such a base ROM? It's on GitHub. You know, I'm just being silly. It's on GitHub. If you want to check it out, it's on romhackraces.com. It's on GitHub. Ampersand and friends made a base ROM that all the levels here are made on. It does just a lot of really helpful stuff for you behind the scenes. Stuff like it has new scrolling pipes now. It's got extra sprites, poison mushrooms. I want to check out what's in it too because I'm a little curious. I haven't seen it. It's kind of like a Bob Ross pre-stretched, ready-to-go canvas that instead of having to patch a lot of this stuff in yourself, basic quality of life patches, extra custom graphics and things, instead of having to do that all yourself, now you can just play the demo level and get the base ROM and just, have that all done for you. It just starts the process of hacking, gives you a really good canvas to work with, and just kind of, gets you going. Base ROM really gets you going. I also appreciate the scrolling pipes. No one really likes installing them, so now you don't have to. Germdove with the moon and the H. I really like the sunset effect going on here. It goes to nighttime as you play through the 3 sections. The gradient. I love sunset gradients. All the way back to like Activision Atari, the Atari Rainbow. Man, I just love the gradient sunset sky. I'm a sucker for it. It's a great effect. Gets me every time. Yo, Bob Barrow, not able to be restreamed. Still timed on section 3. Let's go. So there is some competition for Germdove. Boy, with the poison mushrooms in the Romhack Race base ROM, you too can make your very own Mirkwood or Luigi's Adventure or even your very own Hyper 6. Have you ever wanted to make Hyper 6? Well, now you can. Not that you should, but you can. Please don't. But I guess you can if you want to. Mangord, no. Throw in the Goombas, all 3 of them, but not fast enough. That's the thing to identify there, that double eat. Hyper 7, I believe, was like started but left unfinished. I wonder if we will. I mean, at a certain point, I feel like somebody is going to make something specifically designed to be the most unpalatable thing. Like we've had questionable level design contests, but what about just make garbage contests? I don't even think this would be a good idea. I just say things. I think y'all have got that from me by now. I'm not necessarily saying, wouldn't this be a cool thing if we did it? I don't think it would be a not cool thing. But what if it was really just like make something tragic, awful? Cause like I don't know. It would be funny. You know, the expectation being you're not going to play them. It's not the type of level you even really play. It's just a thing you engage with. I don't know. You tried that? Okay, well, maybe, yeah, then I'm sure you know more about whether or not that's a dumb idea than I do. Right? Just, you know, have you ever wanted to just make something awful? Well, here you go. Now you can. Like Rotten Tomatoes. Best of the worst. What's the name of Louis' SMB3 castle level? Was that My Depraved Hole? I think I played that. Oh, yeah. But it's like sort of an homage to that kind of idea. Well, you know, they all look the same after a while. The trick for this second section really is the Yoshi. And, you know, and just figuring out how to get the Yoshi to work and then being consistent enough to go back and get attempts on the Yoshi over and over again. Even if you have the right idea or you know what you're going to try, you still have to get there to execute that, which isn't always easy. So this is why I mentioned that consistency tonight really comes into play. Endless Ascent off screen with the H. Mango, no! That was it. They had it. It was there. They bonked it. That's the worst one when you actually touch the pipe, but you still don't actually get into it. What a bummer. It's all down to consistency now. I don't know, Germdov kind of needs a challenge here. Or do they? Never mind. Nope. They took that as a challenge, apparently. Oh, not the Squarb. I think they just did that just for fun. We like to smile here. If you like to smile here, show me your smiles in chat. Captain Falcon, show me your smiles. Oh, he was confused and had a quick epiphany. I was fooling around. Mangort in the upper left. In there. Nice job. Thanks for the follows tonight, too. We really appreciate it. If you're enjoying yourselves here, every Saturday night, we have these races. It's a new level every week, made fresh, tested fresh, and raced sight read style from everybody here. The races are open to everybody if you want to sign up, or if you're interested in making a level or volunteering. That's all available on the website, romhackraces.com. Thanks for the follows. Come back and see us again every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We schedule 2 hours for these. We're not going away yet, but I just want to say thanks and let y'all know where you can find us. Smiler Dealer is here for you. He has smiles to sell. And if I'm not mistaken, I know we've had some friends just join us recently. I think Doc had something really special to show everybody. As you know, like I said, the summer is coming up, and there are some games to be done at some speed. We would hope quick, and these quick games of summer, have some sort of maybe a point, some kind of charity to raise money for or something. And in a great long-standing tradition, we have some excellent friends that will be helping us out. And Doc, I think, has something maybe to show y'all. A little special something if you weren't here at the beginning. Pretty cool, huh? It's pretty exciting. I for one am really looking forward to the whole shebang. I know that everybody is going to do a really, really great job, and I'm really excited to see it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, hold on to your hats, get excited, stay tuned for more information. I have a lot that I'd like to say actually, but I want to wait. I would preserve the secrecy. Save some surprises for everybody, but I know it's going to be an excellent race, and I am really looking forward to everything that's going to be going on. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. Excellent work, Doc, making some really cool promotional stuff. Would really like to shout out Doc for all his hard work. Somehow finding time to make great promotional teaser trailers and get high scores on pinball. I don't know how he does it. No change in position as we were hanging out. Mangort's still working on the third section. B2, Ender, and Proto Pizza on the first. Or, I'm sorry, second. Third section for Mangort in the lead. Second section for everybody else. It is that Yoshi trick. Being the holdup. Oh, looks like B2 really had a good play there. A little slow. How are y'all doing tonight? It's Saturday night, it's hanging out, having fun. I hope you're feeling comfy, getting a chance to just rest and relax. 2 racers on Section 3, 4 on Section 2, and 3 on Section 1. Nice turnout tonight. Thank you all so much for racing with us. B2 with a really good strat for that Yoshi, but they're a little slow. Their tosses are still just a little bit too slow. Thanks for making Romhack races a little part of your Saturday night. Always super fun and comfy to do this. Just say, if you want to learn more, you might not have heard it, romhackraces.com. Get this patch if you feel like trying this level out or any of the other levels that we've raced. It's a chill Saturday night. I hope you're all just getting a chance to relax. You deserve it, if I may be so bold to say. B2 having trouble with that Yoshi. That is the real I think sticking point for everybody in this level, is just kind of getting that Yoshi to feed properly. I think one thing for the racers is noticing they know that when they get to the Yoshi part, aside from having to worry about the saw, they also have to worry about the fact that there will be a rock that falls on your head pretty soon. But I think they would do well to give that a little bit more time. Sometimes, you know, the game wants to rush you, to make you rush and psych you out with its lights and flashing things that you have to go quickly. But having the right moment of patience can be a good thing. And it might be scary to get all the way to the Yoshi feed section and then try something. You know, the tendency is to want to, you know, do the thing that you think is going to work because you're in a race. You're trying to go fast. You want to beat the level. It's all understandable, but giving some attempts to science might be the play in the long run, because you can figure out where to hesitate, where the timing is. Maybe you'll realize you have more time than you thought you did, or you can wait half a cycle or a whole cycle or something before actually going for it. There are more options in a situation like this, and kind of learning how to explore those options is a key thing for like investigation and kind of just figuring out how to get through, especially a tough part all the way at the end of a section like this. B2, there we go. B2 got the Yoshi to grow up. Few faster throws, and they should be out of here soon. This is where consistency matters. They just need to keep getting back there. Yo, couldn't be restreamed tonight, but GG for Bob Barrow, 104.43. Nice job. Nice job. They weren't able to be restreamed tonight, but they can still be tracked in the race standing. Nicely done. GG. Twitch.tv/Bob Barrow. Mangort's still looking to get through that spring section. Say, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. There's only so much play-by-play I can give on exactly the same obstacles, but if you'd like to learn a little bit more about SMW, or you have a question or something, please feel free. There are no dumb questions. Hope to teach everybody, be a good landing spot for folks who want to get more involved in Kaizo, SMW, and its related silliness. Nice jump. Nice jump. B2 just scraping the top of Mario's cap on top of that up pipe. GG. What was my time? My time was 29:54. I had trouble with the Yoshi feed. I played this level right at the beginning. Like, I woke up like 20 minutes ago. I think I should have given myself some more time, but I got a 2954 when I practiced this. Not my best performance, but you know. How are the race levels picked? Makers sign up for a week. If someone wants to make a level, you sign up and you pick a week, and then when your week is up, it's your week to make the level, and you work with the testers, get it ready to go, and then we race it. Yeah, Cosmic Gnostic. So yeah, for those that don't know, these blocks are pretty much key jumps. You do the same thing, except in order to make it a little bit easier for the race level, instead of having to press jump and grab on exactly the same frame, these are special blocks that make it easier by just letting you hold the Y button, and then if you press jump at all while you're holding Y, you'll just rise up holding it. So you don't have to time both inputs. If you did, this level would be like way too hard for a Romhack race. If every one of these needed to be a precise block jump, it would be possible, but it would be much more difficult. Really cool concept. I can't say I've seen this before. AmazingChest with some cool new tech. I really hope to see these kinds of blocks in more hacks. I mean, there's really not a problem with people making their levels, provided that it's a secret. You know, that's one of the important things about it, because, like, say someone were to make a level on stream or something, you know, well, then we can't use it for the race because people have seen it. But yeah, you know, there's not really any reason why you couldn't. Just, you know, working with the testers is the #1 thing for level makers, because as I'm sure you all understand, you know, there are certain things that are fine to do, and if it's just your hack that you're making or level for your friend or whatever, sure, those things are fine. For a race in particular, there are certain exceptional things that we have to watch out for. Race levels need to be a little bit more well indicated for the players. You know, we have to. There's like, well, this is good for a level, but what about a race? So sometimes, you know, the testers are there to just kind of help it be a little smoother for a race. Sometimes, like, it doesn't need a 2-tile, or maybe put some indication or an arrow there, or this part is really confusing or something, you know, and just kind of make it smooth. You know, a race level shouldn't typically, like, really confuse people. I think the community has gotten so much better at making race levels over the years. I mean, I remember back in the Mario Maker 1 days, some of the old race levels were rough, and we had to learn certain lessons about, you know, what to indicate and what's a little too much for a race. You know, or certain things just like, don't put a Kaizo block, like, right at the end that'll kill them before they make progress. You know, certain things, Kaizo block before the H is like generally not really good for a race in particular. So the testers are there to give that expert opinion and just kind of make it raceable. B2. Oh, thinking. You can see the math happening. You can see it. Oh, love it. Sorry, pal. That's a squarb. But yeah, like Doc said, most people's levels are finished before their race week. In fact, it would be way better kind of if it was, rather than building a level from scratch that week. As long as you keep it a secret. GG, B2. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Proto Pizza, Ender of Games, Endless Ascent, and Mangort. Proto Pizza trying for that Yoshi. That is the big hang up here. It is the Yosh. Mangort up pipe. No. Is that twice? Is that double up pipe? Nigh. I'm trying not to commentator curse. Commentator bless rather. Died for that moon. That's how it goes. They're tempting. Mangor back again. All right, all right. Keep it cool. Third time's the charm. Ha! Hey. Yeah, enemies and items in the blocks are a cool special thing tonight from AmazingChest. Really, really, really like that gimmick. There it is. Mangor GG. Big Squarb. You know, the square orb makes me think of the square watermelons. I think up pipes are like the fair, Kaizo. Up pipe is hard, but you see it. And you say, okay, here it comes, the up pipe. You really just, you want to have that direction pressed ahead of time. That's if you ask me, that's my key to up pipes is just having that pressed ahead of time. You just get that before you're even touching it, have that up input held down. We got Perpetual Snow in the upper left. They seem to have disabled the gradient background. Endless Ascent, Ender of Games, Proto Pizza. Everybody you see right now working on the second out of 3 sections. Big GG, Mangart. Well played, well played. Y'all are doing great. Everybody's playing well. It's a good night for Kaizo. Thanks again for being a part of what we're doing here in Romhack Races. It's really been a lot of fun. 192 weeks, and Doc kind of hinted at it before last night, but we have some cool stuff coming up. I'm not going to tell you anything other than it's cool and that it's stuff and it's coming up. And week 200 is going to be pretty cool. We're coming, no, I don't know. We're coming up on 200 weeks. Cool stuff in the works. I won't spoil any super secrets right now, but you're gonna want to find out. Mangor, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're doing well. GG. All right, you really want to know the secret? I'll tell you. So it turns out that blah 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 or blah 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 blah. Isn't that amazing? You're all going to be so excited when that finally happens, just the way I said it would. Try to act surprised. If Groot is a plant, what is a Gort? a vegetable. Yo, Seocadelic with the H. We got extra racers off stream. Galoon blocks for everyone involved. This is the toughest section, I think, by far. Yo, nicely done, Mangor. Yeah, you played it. You played it well, despite having nerves. Nice work. Pretty clutch. Yeah, I was wondering about that background gradient. I think you can turn it off. You can disable certain layers in certain emulators. I was wondering about that. It's fun to do. It's just, I was wondering maybe why. Yeah, look at this. Like I said, this is the toughest section in the level. Like, for sure, the toughest section in the level. And yeah, we're going to be hanging out here a bit, looking for that Yoshi feed obstacle. But then even just getting back to that point is kind of a challenge, even if you know what you're doing. The trick is the really fast throws. Like, you don't even really have to time it necessarily if you can just get those Galoombas tossed really quickly. So being a little bit patient and maybe waiting for the right moment or the right cycle could factor in for the racers. I think once we see people get out of the Galoom block section, the spring section is more of just like a fast kind of run. Might be playing on a SNES Classic. It loads HDMI. It doesn't load HDMI. Interesting. That is one thing, though. You know, accessibility is excellent for games. We want people to be able to play, you know, stuff in a lot of different ways, however they can. So, you know, for those of you thinking about maybe you'd like to participate in a Romhack race, there is no standard console. You don't have to use a Super Nintendo. If you have an emulator, you got a Retron, whatever, however you can load. Ender of Games. Ender of Games! No! Oh. That was so good, though. I mean, that was like textbook perfect. It was just a little bit too slow. They just bailed out a little bit too slow. Otherwise, they were lined up. They had the eat. They had everything. Just a hair too slow. That's just pure reaction time. No. Oh, yeah, that's a good point to make, too, Doc. Yeah, Valdio has an amazing guide on how to set up your emulator to play just as responsibly as any console. That is linked on the Discord. We have a cool resource section for folks just looking to learn more. So check that out. You know, there's definitely ways to make this play really accessibly. And if you don't have the console, you know, you can play just as well. Don't let that hold you back. Or don't think that, you know, you're never going to play as well if you play on some non-standard kind of thing. Increase input lag as a challenge. That's funny. I mean, there are fantastic players who play primarily on clone consoles or emulators. HDMA guide, I'm not sure. Sometimes if you delay your OBS, you can like see what you just did, which can be kind of helpful. You can get used to a surprisingly weird setup as a player. That's just kind of just the learning process, I suppose. People are very adaptable. I guess my point with that really is just like, you know, don't think like, oh well, I can only play on emulators, so I can't really do it. Like, yeah, you can. You're doing the same thing. Y'all doing okay tonight? I don't know, just checking in. Do you need anything? You want me? I'm going to the store. You want me to pick up anything? With some Funyuns or something? Sprite? We're a 7-Up family. So, no. What's the best Romhack race snack? The one you made yourself. Or, no, you know what? The one someone else made for you. What am I saying? Covered in a healthy amount of Da Vinci's fancy yellow mustard. I haven't had a corn dog in some time, actually. Like a bit of time. They're fine. I just haven't had the pleasure. I'm trying to think of what else I would like to mention about the mechanics in this level, but I think we've kind of covered it all. Again, if you have any questions, shout them out. So there's only so much play-by-play I can do on exactly the same thing. Hanging out, waiting for some racers to get in. We're looking at Perpetual Snow, Endless Ascent, Ender of Games, and Proto Pizza. Trying to get out of the second section here. There's one more after this, but it is a little bit smoother. Just working on that triple Sprite Yoshi feed at the very, very end. Yo, this is going to be fun. Next week's creators with a double Kerr and Detdu, a.k.a. Team Shallow and Pedantic from Hack Jam 2021. Shallow and Pedantic was an excellent Hack Jam submission. I had a good time playing that one. Kerr and Detdu, I guess, co-making the level next week. So that'll be cool. Mark your calendars. I mean, really, does anyone even have like a wall calendar? Does anyone do that anymore? Mark your calendar, like literally, like go to your wall calendar with a marker and write it on the calendar. Ender of Games. Oh my no! Oh no! I felt that. I felt that one in my heart. You do? Okay, okay. All right then. Excuse me. I didn't realize they were still in style. That's pretty cool, actually. You get that Meta Mario calendar. All right. Calendars are popular. I see why. That's how the calendar kiosk at the mall still stays in business. Y'all got me thinking maybe I should make a calendar. You know, GC7 Glitch Cat calendar. Mallow the cat, 12 months of Mallow. A Mallow for all seasons. Maybe I should, you know, I'm seeing a merchandising opportunity here. What about a Romhack Races calendar with like really like nicely. A Romhack Races calendar with like nicely drawn screens from levels done by different artists in the community. It's that one calendar kiosk, yes indeed. Yep. It's the calendar kiosk. Yes, I see you know it well. Ender of Games, let's do it. No, man. Ender of Games. Jeez, that's a tough. It's just a tough sequence, man. No, I can't say anyone's ever done that. Not to my knowledge. There is but one calendar kiosk. If another calendar kiosk would open up, it would eat the other one like an amoeba. Like there's like it starts out as like smaller calendar kiosks and then they sort of like glob together. The one sells like bird calendars, the other one sells like Far Side calendars, and then they just like hook together. Ender of Games. Ender of Games, man. You know, I'm gonna blame the up pipe here. It's not your fault, Ender. It's not. It's not your fault. It's that freaking Super Mario World. It's that gosh darn Super Mario World collision detection getting in all our way. Sausage stand. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The problem with releasing one level a day is that it takes up a lot of moderation queue. I think the mods would eventually start rejecting levels and just suggesting that you make a whole hack. I'm just saying, like, if you want to make a 12 exit hack, just make a 12 exit hack and don't release 12 individual levels. It's a funny idea, but the result for the moderators is just going to be like, another one. Another one. That is a good idea. That's kind of a cool idea in general, really. Creating a hack with unknowable password locks that you, the creator, get to release. So there's like, everybody's hack has like bonus content in it, but nobody can get it yet. That's actually kind of neat. Never said you'd release it on SMW Central. I see. That was just the assumption I was making from the verbiage release. Ender of Games, yo. Let's go. Let's go. Finally made it. No more up pipe. No more up pipes at all. They're done. No more up pipes. No, never. Never again. Ender of Games in the lower left on the third and final section. So final section, if you haven't seen it, spring blocks. Same thing as the Galoom blocks, except they give you a spring. And just going to use some juggling and hit the Kaizo. There's an outlined spring block that you hit it, it becomes a spring block, then you can activate it, which is really cool. I really like that twist on the sprite blocks in general. A good unboxing video. What's your favorite unboxing video? I actually really like unboxing stuff. It's really fun. It's just, it's got that new stuff smell. You get to peel the little plastic little seal off the thing. It's all nice and shiny. Love that. I want to give shout outs again to all the other volunteers for helping us out, Romhack races. You get to hear my silly commentary, but there's a whole volunteer team of people who help make these races happen every week. AmazingChest, our maker tonight. Sojo, twitch.tv/Sojo. Darkenine and SQL Infection, our testers who rated the level, played it ahead of time, helped it shine up. Really appreciate what they do. Darkenine, Kelgan, Starlord, Cherevy, helping us mod chat tonight. And I think Osu may be lurking around here too. I saw that resub. Osu Mario Cartman, Nom 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 Nom, helping us mod chat tonight. We really, really appreciate the efforts from everybody in the Romhack Race community. And of course, D to the 4th running the restream. I'm sorry, D to the 4th running the website, running the leaderboard. She is amazing, helping us out with all of that. And Dr. No on the restream, making this all look nice for you and making a lot of really cool promotional videos for races and a lot of other things we do around here. Dr. No helping us stay in line and helping us out with the schedule, which is greatly appreciated. So thank you all so much. It is a group effort to bring these races to you. We really appreciate doing it. We give about 2 hours for these broadcasts, so we got 20 minutes or so. Hang out, kick it with us. Put some hype in the chat for your favorite racer. If you have questions or just want to chat, it is a good time to do that. We got Perpetual Snow, Endless Ascent, Ender of Games, Proto Pizza on screen right now. If you're looking for the lead, it is Ender in the lower left. I think so too. I think Galoombas are kind of cute. I mean, I've always really liked Goombas. I just think Goombas themselves are kind of cute. They're just sort of like adorably grumpy, you know, with their little eyebrows, angry, their little grumpy fangs. And you know, they don't even really like try to get you that much. You know, they just kind of walk around and do their thing. They're not like really like attacking you as much as they are just kind of like, ah, I'm gonna get you. Like Goombas are about as threatening as like my cat when he kind of goes on a cat rampage. It's one of those things like Mario is kind of the villain in a manner of interpretation. I've never really been able to like not think that. Not to get down on our pal Mario or anything, but Mario is kind of the villain as much as he is the hero in the Cute Kaizo World definitely has some good Galoombas. There are, and that's too. Then you get the custom-made Galoombas, the ones that are just like really adorable. Plumber for All Seasons has amazingly adorable Goombas. It's been said, you know, the first Goomba in 1-1. Maybe the enemy in games that has killed the most players. Although if that's the case, then I do wonder if the ghosts in Pac-Man might be slightly more deadly enemies, because you know you might survive that first Goomba, but eventually the ghosts in Pac-Man, like the ghosts in Pac-Man have ended every single game of Pac-Man that has ever been played, except for a few very extremely rare attempts that got to the kill screen and stayed there, right? The ghosts in Pac-Man have ended. So for every single game of Pac-Man that's ever been played has been ended by a ghost. And that's pretty deadly. Those ghosts have a pretty high kill count that I wonder if the Goomba from 1-1 could beat it. Given that Pac-Man has many years on Mario. I don't know. Well, Pac-Man Ghost has the higher kill count. Probably Red. That would be my guess. I know they all have names. I know what their names are. I don't care. I call them by their colors. Well, that's kind of mean to them. I should call them by their names if that's what they want. Let's treat people how they want to be treated, but it's more convenient for me since I can't ask them and they don't seem to mind. It's more convenient for me to just call them by their colors. I want to say Red has probably killed the most players. And that's true. I mean, you got power outages. But I still think if you took all the Pac-Man games that ended due to power outages or due to kill screen or due to like parking Pac-Man somewhere and never losing, if you all the games that didn't die to ghosts, I say represent probably 1% or less of all Pac-Man games ever played. I'm gonna hazard a guess that 99.9% of all Pac-Man games have been ended because of dying to a ghost, or not even dying, but have at least killed you at least once, right? So for every game of Pac-Man played, the ghosts collectively at least get to rack up one to 5 kills, right? That's a lot. That's a lot, man. I don't know. You know, I've heard it said about the SMB1 Goomba. I've heard that said before, and I think it might be true. It might be true, but I think there could be some enemies that have a slightly higher count. Pac-Man Ghost being among them. Or, you know, or what about Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong also pretty high kill count. Or, you know, the ships in Galaga. You know, I'm just thinking like popular games, you know. That is true that the 4 Pac-Man Ghosts have to share the kill count, but I don't know. Does DK get credit for everything that kills you in that game? No. No, DK doesn't. DK gets credit for the barrels, I guess. If you run into DK, you will be killed. The barrel lands in the burning oil drum and starts the fireballs, but then the fireballs are like sentient. They behave on their own. Yo, Proto Pizza, let's go! Proto Pizza in that up pipe. Defying gravity. Yeah, really, gravity is the villain of Donkey Kong. There's also the Pie Factory stage where there are just fireballs, and that doesn't. Donkey Kong is not really responsible for that. Also, the fireballs on the Rivet stage, which are pretty much self-aware. Yo, it's Ender of Games and Proto Pizza, bottom half of your screen, working on the third and final section. Yeah, I agree with that. Donkey Kong gets a lot of assists. Donkey Kong doesn't quite kill you, but is responsible for a lot of assists. Fun fact, Donkey Kong has an abusable hitbox. It's an old common trick on the Rivet stage in Donkey Kong. You can go and stand next to Kong, and if you stand close enough, you're inside his hitbox, but you're not touching him, so you die. It's not really. It's not even really a hitbox. It's more of just a range around him. There really isn't a. I mean, there are hitboxes, but so you stand next to Kong and you jump and press left in the air, and you will register a jump. It's as though the game thinks you're jumping over Donkey Kong, even though you're not, because you're in the air inside that range, pressing left or right, which the game interprets as you're pressing left or right in the range of jumping over an object, so obviously you're jumping over an object. Do you die in Tetris? I don't think so. Do you live in Tetris? You simply do. I don't know. I think to answer the question of if you die in Tetris, we must understand whether or not you are at first living. To die in Tetris assumes you have a life. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Really, it is a one-life game. I mean, you just end, and then you start another one. There's no concept of lives in Tetris. That doesn't exist. Quicks, you have an avatar. That's another thing about Tetris. Most games have an avatar. Well, puzzle games are like that in general, right? But most games at least have a character that you're controlling or moving or like you're responsible for. Or Lost Vikings or something that has like multiple characters you switch between. But Tetris isn't like that. You have no avatar in Tetris. You're you. You know, who is the player character in Tetris? Is it the blocks? Like are they the player character? I think it's you. I think you yourself, you the human, are the player character in Tetris, the long bar, the hero, the protagonist of our story. But you control all the pieces. You know, you just control whatever piece is on screen. Yeah, Undead Blackbird, yeah, they come down, I spin them around until they fit in the ground like hand in glove. I met Alexei Pajitov. Well, I didn't meet him. I saw him from across the room, and I was like, holy crap, that's Alexei Pajitov. Then he stole my seat, and I was like, that's awesome. Please have it. It's yours now. I'm honored you would take it from me and not even realize. Yeah, I don't know. Do you die in Tetris? I'm going to go so far as to say that in order to die in a game, the death must occur to a player character, right? Player characters being eliminated from the game in some way is what I would consider to like be a definition, a working definition. We could say that's incorrect. I'm just fooling around, just playing with the idea. But we could say that in order for a death to occur in a game, there must be a player character. In order for a kill count to be racked up by an enemy in the game, it must cause a death to a player character. that would eliminate Tetris, but it would allow quicks because you have an avatar in quicks and that thing that chases you that's called whatever it's called. Endless Descent, trying to get that Yoshi grown up. Perpetual Snow working tough on the second half. Ender of Games. Proto Pizza looks to be making a good lead on the third section right now in the lower right. Needs to get that spin off the spring spin. I'm trying to think. It's kind of interesting. I've never really thought about it in those terms before, but it's kind of got my brain on a cool trip. There are games that like don't have an avatar necessarily. Yeah, the player character concept doesn't really apply to Tetris. You don't really have. You are the player, you know. But there are other games like Bubble Bust a Move, for example. Like there are puzzle or Tetris Attack. You know, you actually no. You could technically say that your player character in Tetris Attack is the little selector that you move around. Your player character in Tetris can't actually die. It's just the circumstances cause the game to end. But that, I don't know. It's just interesting for me to think about that. What other games can we think of that like technically don't have a player character, or that just make like you are there is no avatar of yourself? Even like RPGs, for like all the characters are avatars. You know, they're your avatar. The wizard, the mage, you know, the other wizard, the blue wizard, the green wizard, the damsel. Or you could say like even in like a racing game like Cruising USA or something, you know, your car is your avatar, you know, whatever character you're controlling. Heck, even Pong. Even Pong has a, you know, like a player character. Your paddle. That's your player character. You move it around. Yeah, SimCity. That's a good one, Mangor. Yeah, SimCity is kind of, you don't really have an avatar in the game. I mean, you have that little selector and things you move around. That's as much of an avatar as the selector in that other game I mentioned, Tetris Attack. But yeah, SimCity, StarCraft too, or Minecraft. Well, no, not I'm thinking Warcraft. Warcraft 3. Yeah, you don't really have a lot of those tactical kind of sim games. Like you're moving pieces around, but those pieces aren't necessarily your player avatar. Yeah, you yourself. Interesting. Because you always think of games as like always having a player character. You know, what is your whatever you're doing in the game, you still have your character that you control. But that actually isn't even the case. I don't know. Just fascinating to me. Yo, Proto Pizza, they are making some moves here. Caught behind a little bit on that snake block, but I think we're gonna get a clear from them pretty soon, maybe. We schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts. This has been a tricky level tonight. This Yoshi part has been pretty dangerous for racers. But smash that follow button. Come back and see us every Saturday at 8. We'll have a new level and some same old fun. XCOM makes you the commander, but they're referring to you. You pressed you, referring to me. That is incorrect. The true commander is you. Ugh, Mom, can we play outside away from XCOM? Pinball. That's another one. Pinball has no... You are the player character in Pinball. That is for dang sure. The person in Pinball, the main character, the protagonist, is freaking you, bruh. I did always kind of wonder about that too, Jazzman. If you go back and look at like the literature for old games, arcade games or whatever, it's always a little bit unclear how game developers thought of the relationship between the player and the character. Oh, Perpetual Snow! Nicely done! Good up pipe, my friend. Perpetual Snow for the third section. They made it out. Nice done. Nicely done. But yeah, like, old school game designers in their literature had a strange way of interpreting how you related to your character. Sometimes you had to help Video Man accomplish the goals. You must help Frostbite Bailey. So in that sense, they're thinking of you, the player, as being like the hand of God, kind of, that like you are helping the character with by helping them move around. In some cases, they say that you assume the role of the character. You are Captain Flash Brannigan or whoever. And I think that's interesting. I don't know. There's something about that that's interesting to me. The way people relate to their own imaginary worlds. And then there's Kojima. Or yeah, like, who are you really in an RPG? Are you the characters? Are you just sort of like their inner voice? Are you like the hand of fate? That's kind of how I see RPGs in a way. Like, who am I? I am like the muses. You know, like the characters in the RPG aren't aware of me, and I am like the hand of fate. You know, whenever a battle is to be fought, whenever a hero swings their sword, I'm the one that determines, you know, how that's going to go, whether or not they're going to succeed or fail. Endless Ascent. Oh, no. Man, we got like a little bit of time to go here, and we got everybody wrapping up on the third section. Ender of Games getting really close. Proto Pizza the same. I kind of like the cool night background that Perpetual Snow has on. This looks kind of cool. Section 3 was also my favorite. Proto Pizza, yo, with a shot at it. Proto Pizza for the win. Wow, slightly to the side of the center. Nice. Getting that squarb. Ender of Games, yo, for a shot at it. Oh no, we almost had the upset. Nice job, Proto Pizza. Well played, well played. Yo, the clears are coming in here at the end. I like this. I like this very much. Good unboxing video. Like, share, and subscribe. Yo, very, very GG, Proto Pizza. Y'all are doing great. I just really want to compliment all the racers and all the folks who come out for these. I see people trying their best and improving their skills, taking on tough challenges and not giving up. That's great. Honestly, I know it sounds corny. I know it just is like, oh, that's great. Y'all are doing great. But I really, really think that. I'm honored to be a part of the Kaizo community, and I really enjoy watching everybody just do their best and grow. It's very rewarding for me, and I really just hope to help you out and be a part of that. Bleh. Nice drop, Ender. Oh my gosh, that spring drop was clean. And Ender of Games going to be wrapping it up here too. One grab of the score just for good luck. Nice job, Ender. Yo, thank you for the raid, Proto. Great job, everybody. Great heckin' job. Oh, it's Yoshi's house. Well, these are going to be our final 4 racers for tonight. We tend to do 2 hours for these broadcasts. This is a tough level. If you'd like a little bit more Kaizo in your lives, go and follow the racers. They are kind and cool people. Just give that follow button a gentle little boop, GC7 boop. And there are some fantastic runners and racers who play Kaizo and stream Kaizo on Twitch. They are cool. Check them out. I know everyone's trying to get their name out a little bit. I want to support the racers and talk about who they are and show you their streams. There's a tremendous amount of talent. Perpetual Snow, Endless Ascent. We got CO Cadelic in the lower left and Fernap in the lower right. Say we schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts, so we are going to be hitting up a racer with a raid at the end of this. But you can learn a little bit more and join in the fun over at romhackraces.com. If you want, you can also get on our Discord server. Same thing, it's on the website. If you want to talk shop with us or maybe get some help on your next Super Mario hack project, don't forget about that new Romhack Races base ROM on GitHub and on our website. We really try to be a good landing place for new friends. If you want to learn about Kaizo, don't think, oh, everybody's really good, I don't know anything. Like, we are here to help with that. That is the point. So please feel free to jump on, ask questions. There are tons of cool and kind folks in our community, and we all grow together. Thank you all so much for being a part of it. This is great, excellent. Y'all are fun, and I really enjoy doing this every Saturday night. We'll be back next week with a level from Team Shallow and Pedantic. So it's going to be a good time. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know. Y'all are wonderful. I'm GlitchCat. You probably knew that. For my friends and my community, I will see y'all again tomorrow. Just been taking a nice weekend just to hang out, rest my hands, and stop staring at the dang old TV screen all day. Thank you all so much. You are kind and cool. I don't know. You matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy furret. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled lives matter. You too. Have an excellent weekend. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all around Twitch for some more Kaizo. I'll see you all if you want to drop by on my stream. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have some fun. We'll play some Raccoon Goku Mario World. It'll be great. Until then, I don't know. Keep hacking the planet. Stay real. Y'all matter.